Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whichever applies to you. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Julia. I'm a contemporary singing specialist based in Australia, and today I am reacting to Slaughter to Prevail with their new song, Baba Yaga. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to diving into this one. I know, surprise, because Demolisher basically demolished my brain, but new sounds to explore, new music to listen to, so I'm keen. Let's get into it.
Flesh we ate, that was the core of your innocent hate. Broth we took, flesh we ate, love through the pain, nothing but fame. Who makes a person bad? You have a problem, boy? Hey, yeah, bitch! Baba Yaga, set the boy down. You better run. Who makes a person bad? You have a problem, boy? Hey, yeah, bitch! Baba Yaga, set the boy down. You fucked. Enjoy.
All right. It's 0 to 100. There's no warming up. It wasn't the case with Demolisher. I don't know why I was expecting anything different for this one. As far as like, okay, we're going and it's pleasant, and now music sounds. There's a lot to it. I must admit, when the blood was coming out of his mouth, my first thought was, I'm glad I have not had breakfast yet. The body parts they're kind of gory. I feel like I should maybe put a little warning at the beginning of this video. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. If you're watching it, you're the only ones who know. But I can understand the use of the body parts, weirdly enough. Because if you are familiar with the folklore surrounding Baba Yaga, you know that one of her things is eating people. Mostly children, but eating people. I'm not sure where the bear comes in, but maybe it's because she lives in a forest. So like Baba Yaga lives in a forest, and the bear is in a forest. And this could be the leftovers from her. Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty certain depictions of her mostly have her with like body parts and heads and stuff. Although there is the dichotomy of people wondering whether she's good and evil together, because like there's stories of her helping people, and then there's stories of her just like blatantly figuring out ways so that she can eat them. I mean, visually, it kind of connects in that way, because naturally I'm not going to be able to connect to some of the words because I don't understand them. Anyways, back to what he's doing vocally. So interestingly, this time I can actually hear some clean singing coming through, and it sounds pretty well placed, like as far as it being forward and clear. And then we have the variety in some of the different extended vocal techniques that he's using for his harsh vocals. So last video, Demolisher, I got introduced to gutturals and different kinds of sort of lows, mids, and highs through the screams. So we have that variety going through there again this time, but then we've also got the layering of some of those clean vocals coming through. So at least there's something for my ear to be like, whoonk, something I know, something I can actually speak to, yay. But yeah, for now, good variety going through lows, mids, and highs, and then the clean vocals coming through seem to be fairly well placed. Quite not necessarily bright, but forward in the sound that he's using, just from those like little snippets that I was able to hear. So anyway, we're going to go back now and keep going. Let's find this. Yes. So picture of a head. I mean, it fits. It honestly does. It fits the depictions of Baba Yaga with like heads and skulls and stuff. Anyway, let's keep going.
Who makes a person bad? You have a problem, boy? Hey, yeah, bitch! Baba Yaga, set the boy down. You fucked. Enjoy. I can't stand your process of what I'm not a sack. So the nachos, yeah, let's play hide and seek. I can't stand your process of what I'm not a sack.
I'm going back for that because I can feel like musically that's really cool. But I just wanted to speak to that chorus that I can't stand. Again, really great placement actually. It's similar setup to what he was using before in some of the layering, but this I where it like sits quite forward. It means that there is almost like no room for the words to be lost because the tone is clear and it's well placed and it's forward. I find it kind of catchy actually. And if for your own reference you want to know where these kinds of sounds might be placed, people usually describe it as either going through their front teeth or the tip of their nose, but sometimes we call it putting it into the mask, which is kind of like if you picture like where a mask would sit on your face, like it moves forward into this place. A little trick you can use if you are struggling to get your sound to go higher is to get something like a pencil and just put the pencil in front of your mouth and pretend like you're trying to get the sound over the pencil. That is a little activity that you can use if you are struggling to kind of create those more forward placements. Anyway, I thought I would just pass that on, but he's really consistent with where he's placing it going forward, and he's nice and clear. I can actually understand the words that he's singing. My ear's still adjusting to being able to navigate some of the low words that he's using because spent most of my time listening to high singers, and now there's all these like ridiculously low sounds for me to navigate. Super fun, but it does mean that I lose the words at times. We are going to keep going where he is now wrestling a bear. Oh my god. We're going back to that chorus because I actually really liked that. It was pretty catchy. We're going back. Oh, there's our bear eating a leg. Because why not? Baba Yaga's forest. Why not? The only one that thought that was so cool. Bears and tanks and freaking rocket launchers. Oh my god. This is the most Russian thing I think I've ever seen as far as like playing by that stereotype. My god. Just wrestle a bear. Just as you do. As you do. Let's just wrestle a bear. Let's fight a bear in the woods and then ride our tank towards something. Okay. Let's go back to there because I thought it was really cool how we went from this like higher placement all the way down into that almost like gutturally type sound again at the bottom. That was really cool. I don't know if a guttural is exactly what it's called yet, but it sounds like just listening for that drop into those sounds at the bottom there was really cool. Yeah. Whoa. It's like there's a little bit of nasality in the top there, which is weird because technically it's not a clean sound, but that placement really feels like it's up there. Anyway, I quite liked that descent into those sounds. It almost feels really theatrical when I'm listening to it actually, because again, it's a giant demon monster thing. That's the image that I get. So I think this is really cool actually. Yeah.
Нас потолок врос, кто же я?
Oh, okay. I definitely want to go back for that. His setup was really similar to some of the breakdown properties in Demolisher, which I mean, cool revisit of that effect. I mean, his lows are just crazy, and that little roar, that massive roar that he does at the end there, really, really cool. What lured me into that though was what the instruments were doing, that on the guitar with the descending slide, but also what the kit was doing. Like I can't explain. Let's go back. Let's go back, and I'll point it out. Oh, it sounded really cool. Yeah. Okay, so boom, and then we had that digga 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 on the kit. It sounds really cool. Like they're varying up the musical ideas as they go. Like there's some really cool musical choices going on in here. Or at least there's variety to it, enough that my ears going, yes, something new and cool, and it sounds catchy. And even there, like that flippin' machine gun on, like, is it the same machine gun as last time? Is it? Because, it's not like continuous, but it's like super fast in that moment. The other thing, the physical body of like the falling when the slide was happening, I thought that was visually so cool. Okay. Cool. Wow. I feel like this song had a few more elements that are perhaps a little bit more commercial than Demolisher. Like the chorus had some really catchy elements into it, and then even at the end, the choice on the guitar and then the little riff that was happening towards the end, that to me leans a little bit more towards music that you might be used to hearing in other forms of metal and hard rock and those kinds of genres. So I think that at least compared to Demolisher, bear in mind that I'm not across all of Slaughter to Prevail's music, so I don't know if that's something that they normally use. But to me, it almost like seems like there's the progression musically in this song. There's added elements in there which I didn't think that they were going to go to because there wasn't really as much of an indicator in the previous song, with the clean vocals in the chorus, really catchy like descending passage in the chorus there, and then the guitar and the drums at the end with those riffs. That being said, I'm not across Slaughter to Prevail's regular music, so perhaps they've included those elements in other ones, and I am only basing this having watched Demolisher, which also really cool. The breakdowns in there, the the moment those strings started up again, I was like, oh, it is coming. It is coming. It will be here soon. The moment we had that slide, that ascending slide, again, just hits me in my little, like, weak, can't stand horror heart. Anyways, back to the music elements that I can comment on. I thought the clean vocals were fairly consistent. They were all in the same placement, so not too much variety there. The variety that I've heard in this kind of song has to do with the extreme and the harsh vocals. If you are looking for more of like a replication of some of the sounds he's making and an explanation of how they are formed, I would recommend going and diving on into Mark's video at Carterbox Academy, because I'm sure it's going to be boss. He is able to also create a plethora of different gurgles and growls and all those sounds. So I would hop over to his video if you want a little bit more details on some of the extended effects or harsh vocal effects that he's using. But even as a general listener, you can hear the timbral qualities of his harsh vocals going from high to mid to low, with those lows feeling like, you could not get any lower in the pits of hell. Like, that is how low it feels, which to me is actually kind of cool because it makes my ears just feel like they've just gone. Anyways, this was a very gory connection to Baba Yaga. I'd be keen for the English translation of the Russian parts just so I can get even more of the story that they're trying to tell. Some really cool music elements in there that I appreciated because my ear just goes, what's this happening? And what's this happening? Ah, this is cool. And I'm just gonna go out on a limb and just say that he most likely has the vocal chops to be able to do this live with absolutely everything. Like I said in the last video, the amount of core strength and like body stamina you need to be able to like get through sounds which require like non-negotiable, you must have breath support and connection for this sound. I mentioned it in the last video, you need a lot of it, and it's by the sounds of things. I would go out on a limb and probably say if he's been doing this for as long as you guys say he's been doing this, that stamina is definitely there. But even just to create some of these sounds already would require that, because believe me, I hit up Mark to try to get a lesson. Your girl has no talent for these sounds at all. No natural instincts. The only thing my voice wants to do is contemporary blues growl. Ugh. So I'll just have to keep trying so that I can be, I don't know, a baby demonic pig vacuum. I don't think I'm going to be able to get there, but we'll keep at it. We'll try. We'll see if we can add to the vocal toolkit. But yeah, anyway, really cool song. The video clip, gory. So, by I think most people's perception of what it is to be Russian, this is the most Russian video clip I think I've ever seen. Like, just punching a bear, fighting a bear in a forest, and then being on a tank. I mean, yeah. Anyways, that is it for me today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that one. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, click the subscribe button and the bell notification beside it set to all for more just like this one. As usual, I hope you're staying safe. I hope you are staying healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye.